Hello, hello, good morning.
Hi everyone, we are live. We are live again. Yeah, it's a good day. It's a new day. How you all doing? Hey, our followers, our all those who watch us. Yeah, we're grateful that. Hey, our fans. Yeah, we're grateful that
Yes.
you keep watching us. You keep supporting us. We are really appreciative of that, and we say thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a new day. Say thank you. Yeah, we thank you for. We thank God for life because He has brought us this far. And we can
Mhm.
do nothing by ourselves except we
Yeah.
rely on Him. So, yeah, we are here today for another short go live. We say short and we mean it. Okay, so get ready. Get
You
your
okay?
ears, your pens, your notepads ready. And we have another interesting topic to talk about, to discuss. So, my name is Dorothy. I'm a mother of a set of beautiful twins, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, residential manager. I used to work in the
Mhm.
healthcare industry as a nurse, but I have retired myself because I had knee issues. I had to go through surgery. So after that, I couldn't really stand to work for those long hours. So I just retired myself, and I'm doing my online business, running
Yep.
my own business. So I have with me my beautiful partner, business partner. We're going to talk about something interesting, as I said. So I'll allow her to introduce herself, and then we'll go on with our business for the day. Let's go, Miss Patty.
Hi, everyone. I'm Pat, the face behind Patayinsu Digital Business. I'm a mom of one, based in Texas, originally from Ghana, West Africa. I'm an IT professional and also run my business from home. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. Let us know if you have any questions. Put it in the comment section.
Sure. Bring up your questions because that's why we're here. Okay,
Yeah.
today our topic is let's change some patterns in our lives. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We need to change some patterns in our lives. Because, look, sometimes you realize that things are not going the way you expect them to go.
Yeah.
So you got to change the pattern. You got to change the ways. And if you formed some, let's say, some bad habits, because
Mm.
we all have been through those things. If you form some bad habits, look, it's time to change. Bad
Yep.
habit, bad habits like procrastination.
Mm.
It's a bad habit. You got to change it. It's a
Very
look.
bad.
It could form. It could become a pattern, and that
Mhm.
pattern could bring
Mhm.
about stagnation. It
Yeah.
can bring about retrogression. It can bring about even low self-esteem because you keep postponing because you're procrastinating because you're scared. That is the
Mm.
basis. You were
Yeah.
scared that if I do it now, hey, what's going to happen? So let me wait next week. Let me wait tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. So what if tomorrow never comes? You just be
Mm.
sitting, you know? So that's what we're going to talk about. How we can change some patterns in our lives. As we said, look, we all procrastinate and we
Yeah.
realize it's not good. It is
Mm.
not a good pattern. It's not a good behavior because
No, it's
it,
not.
it will retard your progress in every way. It
Yeah.
will retard your
Yeah.
progress, not just maybe in business, in your life, in your home setting, and
Mm.
even in your education, in your marriage, wherever. If your husband tells you to do this and you keep procrastinating, look, it's going
Yeah.
to turn into something else, because he
Mm.
expects that, hey, you should do A by the end of the day. And by the end of the day, you haven't done it. What's going to happen? You know, I don't want to say what's going to happen because every individual is different. Everybody handles their business
Yeah.
differently,
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
home business differently. So you never know what's
Yeah.
going to happen. Hey,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we are here to talk about how we can change some patterns in our lives. I just spoken about procrastination. Let's go, mommy. Let's find something
You know,
else to
um,
and then we'll go. We'll
patterns
sprinkle.
patterns don't break themselves, right?
Mhm.
They don't disappear just because you wish they would. It doesn't happen that way, unfortunately, right? They crumble when you confront them. And the hardest part, some of those patterns are disguised as personality, right? You've
Mm,
been calling it just the way I am, when in
that's
reality,
the way.
it's
Yeah.
just the way you learned to survive. That's not judgment, guys, right? That's truth wrapped in love.
Reality.
You weren't born with self-doubt. You were not born thinking you are not good enough, right? You were not born believing success isn't for people like you. Who said that? Those ideas were planted, maybe through rejection, maybe through some trauma you went through, right? Maybe through repetition, which is procrastination, like
Mm-hmm.
Dorothy talked about. But what was planted can be uprooted. Hi,
Of
Nancy.
course.
Thanks for watching. It can be uprooted. And what's been holding you back can be broken.
Mm.
If you're old enough to dig it, to dig it out, do the work. So let's be real. Some of us are carrying patterns that started generations ago.
Mm. Mm.
Poverty mindsets, scarcity thinking, silence in the face of injustice, staying
Mm.
in situations that break your spirit because that's what good people do. But you're staying in there and it's breaking you, it's destroying you. But being good does not mean being a doormat for somebody.
Nope.
Being loyal to dysfunction is not a virtue, guys. It's not. And self-sacrifice that leaves you empty is not holiness. It's burnout. I'm saying some of
Mm.
these things because of some of as believers, Christians, we
Mm.
believe in certain things, right? Oh, self-sacrifice, it's equal to holiness. It's not.
Mm. It's not. Mm.
Being loyal in a dysfunctional situation, it's not a virtue. It's not. You were not called to live in chains. My
No.
believers know what I'm talking about. That's not what God called us to be. Like you're chained. You were created for something greater. And when you change the pattern, you don't just change your life, you change the lives of those watching you, your
That's
children,
right.
your
Mhm.
siblings, the friends around you, your co-workers, your community. They are watching how you break the mold, how you
Mhm.
rise when it would have been easier to repeat the same cycle, the same pattern, because we are talking about patterns, right? How you
Yep.
say, this ends with me, and how you build new blueprints for a new generation. You don't need anyone's permission to evolve.
No.
You don't need everyone to understand the journey you are on. You don't need to explain why you are no longer available for cycles that drain you, for patterns that drain you. You
Mm.
owe it yourself to grow, even if it makes other people uncomfortable. That's on them.
That's on
You
them. That's right.
Yeah. So here's your invitation. Take inventory. What's no longer serving you? What are you tolerating that's quietly destroying your peace?
Mm.
What have you normalized that should never have been acceptable? And then make the shift. Small, steady steps, right? New
Mhm.
thoughts, new habits, new standards, new circles that reflect your future, not your past. It's
That's right.
not easy. It's not easy, but it is possible. And it
Yep. It
starts
is
with
possible.
you. Break the pattern, build the future, begin today. Don't wait, tomorrow. There comes a moment in every journey where you stand face to face with the truth. If I keep doing what I've always done, I will keep getting what I've always gotten.
Same result. Mhm.
Same results. Nothing is going to change. 20
That's
years,
right.
30 years is going to be the same thing. And that truth, it hits hard because deep down, you are meant for more. Not in a prideful way, not because you are better than anyone else. None of us are better than anybody, but because there's a voice inside that whispers, this can be all there is. And that voice is right. You weren't created to simply exist in survival mode, right? Doing the same job, um, eating the same thing, not exercising, not changing things that will make you better, right?
Mm-hmm.
To wake up tired, drag yourself through a job you dread, pour yourself into people who don't pour back, and fall asleep unfulfilled. Wake up and do it again, only to repeat the same thing tomorrow. That's not living, right?
No.
That's repeating a pattern. And patterns don't break with time, they break with truth. Peace, the truth is, peace isn't found in avoiding conflict, it's found in setting boundaries.
Mm, that is
Growth
so.
won't we said this, I think, on Saturday. Growth won't feel comfortable. It will stretch you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Healing doesn't mean, forgetting. You've forgotten that you're sick. It just means facing the pain and choosing freedom anyway. Same with love. Love shouldn't require you to shrink. If it does, it's not love, it's control.
Mm,
Right? You've given enough years to fear. Fear is a pattern. You can break it,
yep.
but you've given so many years to fear. You've given enough energy to what ifs. Believe me, it's a pattern. What if I fail? What if
Mm,
it doesn't work? You've been saying that for 10 years. What if, what if, what if? It's a
what if?
pattern.
What if? That's a change. Yeah.
Right? You've sacrificed enough to stay in the same place, pleasing people who wouldn't clap for you even if you won. It's time to take your power back,
That's right.
to look at those old patterns and say, you don't run my life anymore.
Mm-mm.
Look, my people, you are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to leave the version of you that tolerated less than you deserve. But hear this too. Freedom has a cost. It will cost you
It's
the
expensive.
familiar. It will cost you your excuses, right? It
Mm-hmm.
will cost you the comfort of blaming others. Because now you're going to look in the mirror and say, okay, it wasn't Kwesi. It was actually me. So
Mm.
it cost you the
Reality
comfort of
sets in.
blaming others instead of, saying, okay, I need to do better. But what you gain in return is priceless. You gain clarity, you gain confidence, self respect, direction, purpose, you gain peace. You were not meant to sleepwalk through life. No, that's not who you are. You were meant to live wide awake with intention, with fire within you, and with vision. That's who God, if you serve the same God that I serve,
Mm-hmm.
that's who He created you to be. And that starts with you stop settling for the same story and write a new one, page by page, step by step, one decision at a time. You are
Line
not
by line.
You are not stuck. You are simply standing at the doorway of a new beginning, right? The key is in your hands. Change the pattern, walk through it. The ball is in your court. I hope
Mm-hmm.
somebody listens to this message
Oh
because
yeah.
I'm saying it, and it's
Thinking
actually,
about it.
yeah,
It's speaking to
yeah,
me. Yep.
yeah. It's speaking actually. I'm saying it, but I'm listening to it at the same time. It's actually speaking to me. So this is
Yep.
the truth, guys. Change the pattern. The key is in your hands. You can do it. Nobody's going to do it for
Right.
you but you. Thank you. Nancy, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, that's a powerful message. It's true. Yeah, it's so true. Look, even as you're speaking, I was just listening, and things were going through my excuse me. Things were going through my mind. We have to identify and interrupt the pattern. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't look if you can't change what you don't recognize. How are you going to change it?
Hmm.
You have to be able to change what you recognize, and what you recognize in your life is the pattern that is not bringing any success. It's the habit that is not making you progress. So the first step is to notice that habit, those
Yeah.
thoughts, as you
Yeah.
said, and the behaviors that are holding you back. Like procrastination, as I said, comparison and inconsistent actions. These things are these patterns. When you are able to recognize them, then you can change. Look,
Yeah.
let me give you an example. Like if you always scroll through social media before working, pause and ask yourself, is this moving me forward?
How is it benefiting you?
Exactly. How is it benefiting you?
Yeah.
Instead, look, here's an action tip. Keep a pattern journal, let's say for
Mm,
3 days, and
mm.
note what triggers unproductive behavior and how you feel after that. Let me say that again. Here's an action tip. Keep a pattern journal,
Mm.
let's say for 3 days. Note what triggers unproductive behavior and how you feel after that.
That's
You
powerful.
know, how do you feel after that? Let's say
Mm.
you keep scrolling. Every time you scroll, you realize that instead of like scrolling for 5 minutes, you'd have scrolled for like, let's say, 10 or 15 minutes, you
Yeah.
know, and it's a waste of time if you're not benefiting from it. And
Yeah.
I have another thing to look. We've got to shift our inner mindset. We have to
Yes.
shift the
Yes.
inner script, the mindset. We got to work on it. Like many
Mm.
patterns, as I said, are rooted in beliefs.
Yeah.
You think, oh, I'm
Mindset.
not tech savvy, or I'm not good at selling. We're not selling anything here anyway. Those beliefs create emotional walls and they block progress. Do you want your progress to be blocked? I don't want my progress to be blocked.
No.
So
No.
reframe and say something like this: oh, I'm not good at, instead of saying I'm not good at marketing, you can say I'm learning how to market in a way that fits me. That's affiliate marketing.
Mm. Mm.
And here's a tip: create a short mantra like I take bold, consistent action,
Yeah.
and repeat it every morning and see
Yeah.
how that works.
Yeah.
Old patterns with empowering routines. Look, we got to cast them away.
Yeah.
We got to remove them. Remove them. Don't let them stick to you like a leech. Remove
No.
them. You can stop those patterns. It's all
Yeah.
in the mind. And you can build routines that align with, let's say, the CEO version of you.
Mm.
You know, you can
Mhm.
do that. We can all do that.
Yeah.
Instead of, let's say, replacing, let's say, let me give an example. Replace late night Netflix, YouTube binges with 30 minutes evening planning session. Eh?
Yeah.
It's a small morning routine, like 10 minutes of prayer affirmation, 10 minutes of learning, 10 minutes of business setup. These are little things we can do. And it takes consistency,
Consistency. Got to do it every time.
consistency, perseverance, persistence. We can do it. We can do it in bits and pieces. You don't have to just jump over. If you can't even do 10 minutes, start with 5 minutes.
Mhm.
5 minutes, and see how that goes. And we have to be accountable for ourselves too.
Yeah.
Accountable for ourselves, yes, and accountable to, our environment, our home, our husbands, our children, everything, our business partners. We can be accountable to them. We can ask them to help us, to change certain things. Because
Yeah.
let's say we know we have a go live, and then we'll wait till like maybe 10 or 20 minutes after, and then you come. No, we would be gone. We'll be done and gone. You know. So if it's a pattern of being prompt,
Yeah.
being punctual, all those patterns, because we know in our African community, when someone tells you, "Oh, meet me at 12," it's not going to be at 12, right?
Let me
It's
at
going to be 2. And they'll come and tell you that, "Oh, traffic." That's the main excuse. Traffic.
Oh my
Oh no,
God.
you better start flying. You better start flying. Get a helicopter or something. Although all these little habits and patterns, and from Punjuma,
Yeah.
doesn't bring progress. We got to change it. We got to change our thoughts, our mindset, our way of thinking, our way of doing things. Because some of them, or let's say most of them, they don't bring any. They don't even have value.
No.
They don't have value.
Yeah.
So this is what we have for you today. Let's create patterns that will bring change, patterns that will bring what? that will motivate others, because
Yeah.
someone is looking at you. You are a role model for somebody you may not know.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as you change your patterns, as you change your ways, as you change things that are around you, especially concerning business, then you know that, oh, I can do it,
Mhm.
because there's nothing too hard. With
Yeah.
God, all things are possible.
I
So
don't think so.
tonight, we're inviting you to come into a community that will help you focus on changing things around you, that will help you focus on becoming a better version of yourself, reinventing yourself. Look, I used to be a nurse, and now I am an online business owner. I had to reinvent myself because I couldn't just sit at home doing nothing. But my
Yeah.
husband found this amazing business, and now I have reinvented myself. I am
Yeah.
doing an online business. I had no clue about marketing. I had no clue about even having a business online. No, I had to learn. So you can also do that. You can also learn.
Mhm.
Come in, learn as we go. You
Yeah.
learn and you grow. So let's do this together. It's not difficult. All you need to do is to sign up with your name and your email address. Our email addresses are right up there. Sorry, our websites are right up
Website.
there. Sign up with your name and your email address. Join us tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come and watch the webinar.
Yeah.
Listen to the important messages, information that comes up. Because look, everybody's life is different. Everybody's journey is different.
Mhm. It's
Some may be
different.
able to achieve success in a year or two. Others may take a bit longer. But if you're persistent, if you're ready to be coached, if you're ready to learn, you can make it. All you
Mhm.
have to do is be persistent and don't
Others
give up.
are achieving success in a week in this business. In a week,
Yes.
in less than a month, they are
Mm,
the money they're making is mind blowing. Like so,
that's
Dorothy is
right.
saying, everybody's journey is
It is
different. You
different.
don't know what
Mhm.
they're doing. They are probably binging on the training instead of binging
Mhm.
on Netflix, right?
Netflix.
Doing
That's right.
whatever they need to get their business up and running and doing what they gotta do. And you probably 10 minutes. Oh, I'm tired.
That's
I'll watch it
right.
later. I'll go back into the training later. A year comes, 2 years comes,
And you're still
and
sitting on the first.
you're still sitting on the fence, or you're in the business, but basically you're not moving forward because that means you're not doing anything. Literally, you're not doing what the training is telling you to do. Okay. You know? So everybody's journey is different. It's with any other business, it's with any other job or even going to school,
Any other
right?
true.
Everybody's mind, how they pick up whatever the teacher, the professor, or the teacher teaches them is different. Somebody can pick it like that. It would take somebody a month to even understand
What the
anything
teacher is
that
saying is a
professor said.
literal. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
So
yeah.
tonight we want to see you sign up with your name and your email address, and you get a link to watch the webinar. It's the link could be in your could be your spam or your what's the other one? Spam or
No, it's either in your
oh,
it
junk,
either goes
junk,
directly to your inbox or yeah, spam or junk mail. Yeah.
spam or junk mail. You. So all you have to do is to just sign up your name and your email address and come
Yeah.
and watch, listen, and make an informed decision. You just have to go ahead. When you're done with that, go ahead and pay your 149. That is for administrative purposes. So after that, you can start your video-based training program. If you have any
Mhm.
questions, then you let us know after you've watched the video-based training program. And if you don't want to do the business, you can just say, I don't want to do the business, pass it on to somebody, and your 149 will be refunded to you within 30 days. Within
Full,
30 days.
fully.
So, yeah, fully. So try and watch the webinar. At least watch the webinar and move forward. So we say thank you. Thank you to all who joined us today. We are really appreciative. And we'll talk to you later. Have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of the day and the rest of the week. But just remember to sign up. Watch the webinar. See you later.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye for
guys.
now.